Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I want to do a video about something that it's kind of been bothering me. I know I shouldn't let it bother me that much, but you know what? It does bother me because this is one of those things, like if you've seen me go off on people on this channel, I've done it a few times. I went off on haters. You can probably see the videos here. But if you've seen me go off on people on the channel, it's really for one thing. Like one thing will make me give you the finger, you know, and that is basically telling someone, including myself, especially myself, that they can't do something, they're not qualified, right? Or, you know, they're basically that they're not qualified, that they can't do it, that they should be, go and patronize and go and do something that you're actually good at. You have no qualification here, right? You don't know what you're talking about. That pisses me off because I want, because it goes so directly against the message of this channel and my purpose, my mission, which is to tell you, you can do it. You don't need permission. Dude, listen to me. You can do it. No one has to tell you, no one has to give you permission, no one has to say that it's okay. You can do what you want to do. You can set your mind to it and you can accomplish it. Just fuck getting people's permission, fuck getting their approval. Just go and do it, right? And that's what I want to enable. I want people to realize this, to stop asking permission, to stop feeling like they're inadequate, to stop feeling this way. And so when someone says that, especially when you say it to me, because when you say it to me, because if people believe that and they say, oh, well, you know, John, he's right. Yeah, John can't do that. Then how much do they think to themselves, right? They think, well, then, you know, I don't have a big YouTube channel, so I can't do it either. So not true. That is what it just pisses me off. It just, honestly, that pisses me off. So I'm giving you fuel, you haters out there, if you want to, you know, get me to slap you down. But you know what? I'll call you out publicly if you do it. So if you really want to get the 5 minutes of fame and risk that, or maybe I'll just delete your comment. I don't know. It'll be a 50-50. We'll see here. So I don't want to invite the problems, but you know what? I'll smack you down if you do it. All right, as best as I can. So anyway, what I want to talk about is basically that, but more so than that, I just want to vent. I don't care. Like I don't care what people think. I care what people get from my message and from my channel and from other people's comments. And I don't want to filter and delete comments that are stupid like that. But it does upset me when someone goes and says, "Oh, you're not qualified. You could stick, John." You know, this is the topic of this, is which you know. You're not qualified to speak on this. You should go back to programming. Hey, John, you know what? You should go back to talking about programming and software development because you don't know what you're talking about finances. Nah, you're not an accountant or whatever, blah. You're not a philosopher, so you don't know anything. You know, it doesn't matter how many books you read or what you think you know. You just go back and talk about programming stuff. All right, that's what you're good for. That's what I'm gonna use you for, and I'm not. And you're worthless to me for anything else. That's what I'm talking about. So here's the thing. Why can't I be an expert in multiple areas? Why is it? And not just me, right? You know, I'm not trying to. But why can't people be experts in multiple areas? In fact, you know what? You know what is kind of the truth about this? Is that if you find someone who's brilliant in one area, they're going to be brilliant in other areas because that same attribute, that same quality, right, is going to exist, right? If someone has some sense of wisdom, some sense of knowing what's going on and common sense, it's going to apply to more than one area. You know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. That's not the purpose here. But I am saying this. Yeah, I have a lot of areas of expertise, right? And I can back that up, right? I mean, yeah, I was a successful software developer. I did a lot of programming, right? I've taught tons of classes and courses. I've done 55 courses on Pluralsight. You know, I point to that here. I've been running Simple Programmer blog for a long time. I've written tons of code for big companies like HP, Xerox. You know, I've got a lot of code that's in production currently right now, right? So yeah, I developed some expertise there, but you know what? During the same time, I've been doing real estate investment, okay? And you can check out my videos on real estate investment if you're curious about that. But I became an expert to some degree, not like a world-renowned expert, but I've developed some expertise in real estate, so I can talk about that. And you know what? Hey, check it out. Fucking fitness, yeah. I think I earned the ability to say that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to fitness, because I don't know too many people that can achieve what I've been able to do physically, right? I mean, I don't know. It's freaking not easy, right? Not a lot of people have the knowledge and ability to do that, but I've been able to do that. Okay, so that's a lot of areas, right? But it goes more. It goes more than that, right? I study philosophy. I spend a lot of time studying philosophy and human psychology. That's why I talk about these things in self-development, because I spend a lot of hours studying this. I have worked on myself, helicopter, and develop myself to develop these abilities, right? It's not something that I'm just talking about out of blah, 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 because I'm just making stuff up. This is real stuff that I've studied, that I've spent a lot of time learning and becoming an expert in, right? This is why I've been coaching people, right? I've been doing this stuff. I didn't just make this up, right? You know, if we talk about real estate, talking about finances in general, right? I mean, as far as finances, right, this is one area of expertise that I've been able to achieve some level of expertise in, right? So in business, right? That's the other one I was looking for, is entrepreneurship. I've built a business, okay? I built Simple Programmer. I made a lot of money. I figured out how to retire young, right? These are things, again, some of you, you know, you know this stuff. I'm not talking to you. You know that someone can be an expert in multiple areas, and I don't need to, you know, justify. And I don't even mean to justify, but what I mean to say is this, is like, look, you can't put me in a box, okay? You can't put people in a box. You can't be like, oh, well, this guy's an expert in programming and that's all that he can do. No, I can be an expert in multiple areas. I can have a lot of areas in my life that I've achieved expertise at. I mean, hell, there's so many of them that, you know, I played Magic the Gathering professionally. I guess that's, I'm not gonna talk about that on this channel, but I mean, I did, right? I got to that level. I got to the level of playing poker professionally for some period of time, online poker. And I was good enough that I could make a living from it, right? I mean, there's a lot of, the thing is, like, if you're willing to put your mind to stuff, and it transfers over, right? As soon as you hit like an expert or master level in one thing, what you got to realize is that it becomes easier to achieve that in totally unrelated disciplines, because you've gone through, you know, you've developed the character, you can put in the hard work, and some things actually even do transfer, that you see connections that other people don't see, because when you're at that level, and it's true, that's what happens. So anyway, why am I saying all this? Like I said, it's mostly because of this, because I don't like these kind of disparaging things. I don't like anyone being put in the box, and don't you even dare try and put me in a box, because I am not just this. I am not just what you want me to be, right? I am what I am, and I'm making this channel. This is my channel, and I'm going to talk about whatever I want. You can have some input, and I'll listen to you. I'm glad to hear what you want me to talk about, but ultimately, I'm going to decide. Now, if you decide you don't want to watch the videos, you don't want to watch the channel, totally fine. You decide that I'm full of crap about a topic, that's totally fine. But don't tell me what I am qualified or not qualified to talk about, and patronize me and try to put me in a box and try to say, John, you're just a programmer. You need to just talk about programming stuff, because that's what you know about. You don't know about this other stuff. But just because you're limited, right? Don't define me by your own limits, okay? I did this video where I talked about how I could learn anything in 3 months, and that was essentially the message here. And I'm saying the same thing again here, is I don't fit in the box that you've put for me, and I don't think that anyone does. And again, that's the message of this channel, is, and I hope that you can take from this, not just me trying to brag, or not just me trying to tell you how smart I am, because I got a lot to learn, guys. I got a lot more areas to master. There's a lot of areas that I have, you know, a high level of knowledge, and that I still need to climb up a lot and master further. I got a long way to go. The further I get, the longer that I realize that I have to go. You know, there's tons of people that I look up to that are way more successful than me, that know way more than me in many, many areas. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to realize that no one has to give you permission. No one has to grant you, permission, and you don't have to box yourself in, and you shouldn't box other people in. You can be an expert in multiple areas. You can have multiple areas where you have the authority in the permission. You don't need the permission to speak about, and that and you're going to grow, and you're going to learn, and you're going to make mistakes. We all do. I make mistakes from time to time, but that's not a reason to try and squelch someone, to try and put someone into a box and say that they can't do this thing. Horrible. Don't do it. Anyway, that's enough of a rant for a video for today. If you like this video, if you'd like to hear me just rant about, and brag about stuff, and just whatever, tell you about how many different areas I have expertise, you can just click the subscribe button, and you can hear all my videos on all the topics. I love you all. Thank you for those of you that are always being supportive and giving thumbs up, and just right there, answering some of the dumbasses that leave stupid comments. I want to make sure that I'm not really mad about this. I felt like this is a good point to make here, that you can't put people in a box. So anyway, I appreciate you, and like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.